Good morning children, I am Isis. Now I am going to teach you Kingdom Monera. In the last class I taught you about the 5 kingdom classification by R.H. Whittaker. Now we can see the most primitive kingdom, Monera. As you know, Monerans are prokaryotic, unicellular, microscopic organisms. So let's see, they are prokaryotic, unicellular, microscopic organisms. And these monerans does not possess a well-defined nucleus. So a well-defined nucleus means a nucleus with a nuclear membrane, that is well-defined nucleus. But in prokaryotes, a nuclear membrane is absent. As you know, nuclear membranes separate the nucleus from the cytoplasm. So, instead of having a well-defined nucleus, the prokaryotes are having a nucleoid without nuclear membrane. And membrane-bound cell organelles are also absent in monerans. Okay. So, the next point, you can write it as this point. Second point, well-defined nucleus absent. Well-defined nucleus and membrane-bound cell organelles. Membrane-bound cell organelles are absent. And the third feature of monerans, just like plant cell, they are having cell wall. Excluding mycoplasma, all other monerans are having cell wall. And the cell wall is made up of polysaccharides and amino acid. So we can write cell wall present. An exceptional case is there, that is mycoplasma only does not possess a cell wall, and all other monerans are having cell wall, which is made up of polysaccharides and amino acids. And the fourth point, their mode of nutrition is either autotrophic or heterotrophic. Either autotrophic or heterotrophic. Okay. So these are the basic characteristic features of monerans. Is it clear? Next we can see the kingdom monerans are broadly classified into 3, which are the 3 groups of kingdom Monera. So the kingdom Monera, here we can see Monera are classified into 3. The first one is Archaebacteria. And the second one is Eubacteria. And the third group is Mycoplasma. See, as I told you, Mycoplasma is the only moneran that does not possess a cell wall. Okay. And this Archaebacteria again classified into 3. They are halophils, thermoacidophils, and methanogens. And here this eubacteria are classified into 2. They are bacteria and cyanobacteria. And this bacteria again classified into 4 types based on their shape. That also we can write over here. So this bacteria again classified into 4. First one, coccus, plural cocci, that I will teach you later. Then bacillus, then Vibrio, Spirillum. And all this classification of bacteria, all these 4 classification of bacteria is based on the shape. Okay, so this is the classification of monerans. Okay, we can see one by one. First we can see archaebacteria. See, archaebacteria are the most ancient primitive prokaryotes. Okay, so these are the ancient primitive prokaryotes. And these archaebacteria again classified into 3. Which are the 3 groups under archaebacteria? Halophils, thermoacidophils and methanogens. Let's see. Halophils. Halophils or halophiles, you can pronounce halophils or halophiles. And here this halophiles are monerans which can survive in extreme salty areas. Such monerans are called, or such archaebacteria are called halophils. Okay, so the monerans which can survive salty areas. Such archaebacteria are called halophiles. And second one, thermoacidophiles. Thermoacidophiles, these are archaebacteria or monerans which can survive extreme hot conditions or extreme temperature as well as acidic condition also. So actually they are known as temperature and acid lovers. So these thermoacidophils can survive hot spring. Or we can say they can withstand in extreme hot conditions and acidic conditions. And third one, methanogens. See, methanogens are archaebacteria which are live in marshy areas. Okay, marshy areas. And also in the gut region of ruminants. Gut means alimentary canal of ruminants such as cow, buffalo, etc. And these methanogens are responsible for the production of biogas called methane. Methane from the dung of these ruminants. Okay, so that's all about the archaebacteria. Is it clear about archaebacteria and their types? Next we can see which is the next group under monerans. Eubacteria. And this eubacteria is also called true bacteria. This is also called true bacteria. And eubacteria again classified into 2. Bacteria and cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria or blue-green algae. Let's see the bacteria first. So here, bacteria. See, bacteria are again classified into, as I told you, bacteria, the sole members of monerans are bacteria, I taught you. And this bacteria again classified on the basis of their shape. They are coccus. Coccus plural, cocci. And this coccus is spherical shaped. Spherical shaped. And this coccus occurs singly or in group or in chains or in pair also. So if it is found singly, we can call, single coccus is called monococcus. Monococcus, example monococcus, and it can found as pair. So example diplococcus. Diplococcus. And when it found as group, it is called a staphylococcus. Okay. When it formed or when it found as a long chain, it is called streptococcus. Is it clear about the occurrence of this coccus? If it is occurring singly, it is called a monococcus, or the example monococcus, and paired diplococcus, group-wise staphylococcus, and as a long chain streptococcus. Is it clear? Okay. And the second one is bacillus. Bacillus, plural bacilli. It is a rod-shaped. Rod-shaped. And here also we can call it as, okay, here bacillus single it is, bacillus, and group wise, okay, pair, diplobacillus, and group or chain it is streptobacillus. Okay, so these are the rod-shaped bacteria, and the third one is Vibria. Vibria, plural vibrii. Okay, Vibrio, plural is Vibrio, and it is comma shaped. Plural form Vibrio, it is comma shaped. Here example Vibrio, comma. Okay, example. Again, right over here. Example Vibrio, comma. And the fourth one is spirillum. Spirillum is spiral shape. Spiral shaped structure. Okay, the spirillum is spiral shaped. Example for spirillum. Example Spirochaetus. Okay, so these are the different types of bacteria under eubacteria. Next we can see the nutrition of this bacteria. Okay, next nutrition. Nutrition of bacteria. As I told you, bacteria are either autotrophs or heterotrophs. So based on the mode of nutrition, or based on the energy obtained for synthesis of food, they are classified into autotrophs and heterotrophs. And here the autotrophs are again classified into two. So the autotrophic bacteria, here photosynthetic autotrophic bacteria and chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria. See, in photosynthetic autotrophic bacteria, they are obtaining energy, they are deriving energy for synthesis of food from sunlight. Okay. So, they are deriving energy for the synthesis of food from sunlight. As I told you, they are synthesizing their own food from simple inorganic substances. And in chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria, they derive energy from chemicals or inorganic substances such as nitrates, nitrites, ammonia, etc. Okay, so that's all about the autotrophic bacteria. Next we can see heterotrophic bacteria. So heterotrophic bacteria, they can't prepare their own food. They depend on others for food. And we can see the heterotrophic bacteria are again classified into, first one, parasitic bacteria, then saprophytic bacteria, and symbiotic bacteria. Here, this parasitic bacteria live on the host plant and animals, and it causes diseases or harmful effects to the host cell. And it causes the diseases like cholera, typhoid, and citrus-cancer disease in plants, etc. And saprophytic bacteria, they derive the energy from simple dead decayed matter. Okay, here we can write from the host cell. Host cell, it may be plant cell or animal cell, and saprophytic bacteria derive energy from dead decayed matter, and symbiotic relation you already learned, and here they form a mutually beneficial association. Mutually beneficial association with the plants. You already learned example rhizobium. So rhizobium bacteria which help to fix the atmospheric nitrogen, and it is there in the root nodules. And these are the types of heterotrophic nutrition in bacteria. Next we can see reproduction in bacteria. Reproduction in bacteria. Normally, bacteria reproduce by binary fission. You already learned in 8th standard. The mode of reproduction is binary fission. And some bacteria produce spores. Okay, and very rare organisms or very rare bacteria reproduce sexually, and they are passing a primitive DNA from one bacterium to another. Okay, so these are the mode of reproduction in case of bacteria. Next eubacteria is cyanobacteria. Let's see about cyanobacteria. See, cyanobacteria, they may be occurring singly or as colony or as filamentous form. Let's see. So they occur singly. Example, spirulina, or colonial. Example, nostoc, or as filamentous form. Filamentous. Example, oscillatoria. So these are the examples of cyanobacteria, and this cyanobacteria is also called blue-green algae. You already learned in lower classes blue-green algae or cyanobacteria help to fix the atmospheric nitrogen in the soil, and it increases the soil fertility. Okay, and this cyanobacteria consists of chlorophyll A. Chlorophyll A is present in cyanobacteria. And these cyanobacteria are either terrestrial or aquatic. So next point, aquatic or terrestrial. And it forms blooms in polluted water. Form blooms in polluted water. And I show you nostoc picture. So here we can see the nostoc. It is the colonial form of cyanobacteria. So these are the two pictures of nostoc. And in nostoc you can see a special structure. In between you can see some special structure, and that is called heterocyst. You can see over here. Here also you can see that heterocyst. Heterocyst. And this heterocyst you can see. So heterocyst present in the nostoc or in some cyanobacteria, it play a major role to fix the atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. So heterocyst to fix nitrogen in the soil, and it also increases the soil fertility. Okay, so that's all about cyanobacteria. Next we can see the last group. I taught you the kingdom monerans are classified into archaebacteria, eubacteria, and then the last one, mycoplasma. And these are the smallest cell in the living world. So these are the smallest cell in the living world. accept here. Lack cell. And these mycoplasma are pathogenic to plants and animals because it causes diseases to plants and animals. Pathogenic to plants and animals. That means it causes pathogenic diseases to plants and animals. Hope you understood everything about kingdom Monera. That's all for today.